Washing dishes, a simple, everyday task. We reach for the familiar bottle of dish soap, squirt a bit onto our sponges and scrub away the remnants of our meals. But have you ever stopped to consider what happens to that soapy water after it disappears down the drain? What we often overlook is the hidden environmental cost of this mundane chore. The truth is, our quest for sparkling clean dishes comes at a price, one that our planet can ill afford. Many conventional dish soaps contain a cocktail of chemicals that can wreak havoc on aquatic ecosystems. These chemicals, often invisible to the naked eye, flow into our rivers and oceans, posing a silent threat to marine life. Beyond the immediate impact on water quality, there's a larger, more insidious problem: plastic. The very bottles that contain our dish soap are contributing to a global plastic pollution crisis, clogging our landfills, choking our wildlife, and infiltrating our food chain. This is not a tale of doom and gloom, but a call to action. By understanding the full environmental impact of our choices, we can begin to make more responsible decisions. It's time to rethink our relationship with dish soap and embrace a cleaner, greener approach to washing up. The ingredients list on a bottle of dish soap can read like a chemistry textbook. While some components are benign, others raise serious concerns. Phosphates, for example, can cause excessive algae growth in waterways, depleting oxygen and suffocating fish. Another common culprit is triclosan, an antibacterial agent linked to hormone disruption in wildlife and potentially even humans. Although its use in antibacterial soaps has been restricted, it can still be found in some cleaning products. Then there are the surfactants, the chemicals responsible for creating those satisfying suds. Many conventional dish soaps rely on petroleum-based surfactants, which are not only derived from a finite fossil fuel but can also be toxic to aquatic life. These chemicals, designed to break down grease and grime, don't discriminate in their cleaning power. They can disrupt the delicate balance of aquatic ecosystems, harming fish, amphibians, and other organisms. We must remember that what goes down our drains has far-reaching consequences. The plastic packaging that encases our dish soap is another significant part of the problem. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste end up in our oceans, where it can persist for centuries. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, ingesting them with often fatal consequences. Seabirds become entangled in plastic rings, leading to injury or death. The plastic slowly breaks down into microplastics, tiny particles that permeate the marine environment, ending up in the seafood we consume. But the impact of plastic extends far beyond our oceans. Landfill sites overflow with discarded plastic bottles, leaching harmful chemicals into the surrounding soil and groundwater. The production of plastic itself is energy-intensive, relying heavily on fossil fuels and releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. It's a vicious cycle that demands our attention. We cannot continue to treat plastic as a disposable material without acknowledging the dire consequences for our planet. Section 4. The long reach of plastic from oil rig to landfill. The environmental burden of plastic extends far beyond what we see floating in our oceans or piled up in landfills. To fully grasp the scale of the problem, we must consider the entire life cycle of plastic, from its origins in fossil fuel extraction to its eventual disposal. The journey begins with the extraction of crude oil or natural gas, processes that often involve habitat destruction, water contamination, and greenhouse gas emissions. The extracted fossil fuels are then transported to refineries, where they are transformed into plastic pellets through energy-intensive processes that release further pollution. These pellets are then shipped to manufacturing facilities, where they are molded into countless plastic products, including those ubiquitous dish soap bottles. The manufacturing process itself can involve the use of toxic chemicals, some of which may leach into the environment. Finally, once the dish soap bottle has served its purpose, it is often discarded and ends up in a landfill, where it can take hundreds of years to decompose, all the while leaching harmful chemicals into the surrounding environment. It's a linear system with devastating consequences for our planet. Section 5. Choosing a greener path, alternatives and actionable steps. The good news is that there are alternatives to conventional dish soaps and their environmentally damaging packaging. Increasingly, companies are offering plant-based dish soaps that are biodegradable and less toxic to aquatic life. Look for products that are free of phosphates, phthalates, and other harmful chemicals. Choose dish soaps that come in concentrated formulas or refillable containers to reduce plastic waste. Consider switching to solid dish soap bars, which often come in minimal or plastic-free packaging. Support companies that prioritize sustainable sourcing and ethical manufacturing practices. Beyond choosing eco-friendly products, we can all adopt simple habits to reduce our impact. Use less dish soap than you think you need. A little goes a long way. Avoid pre-washing dishes, as this wastes water and energy. Opt for reusable sponges and dishcloths instead of disposable alternatives. By making conscious choices, we can all contribute to a cleaner, healthier planet, one dish at a time.